Good morning, everybody. We are beginning our road trip. It is just a little bit after 6 a.m. in the morning, and we are leaving our motel in Salt Lake City, Utah, and we are headed one of the four directions, north, south, east, or west. We're not saying which, but we are going to be bringing you a lot of varied videos this week. We're going to do about a 3,000-mile road trip, starting at Salt Lake City and ending back in Salt Lake City on July the 5th when we fly back home. So we're going to just show you a little bit of scenery along the way, and it's very beautiful out here. So just going to show you what we're looking at right now. I'll try to keep this as smooth as I can. We actually have a dash mount for our camera, and the way this rental car's windshield is designed, it's slanted back towards us at too great of an angle. We can't use our dash mount because the camera won't fit on top of it. It hits the windshield. So most of what we record, unless we can invent another solution, is going to be handheld, this, at least while we're driving. And the sun is getting ready to come up here in Salt Lake. Sorry y'all, we're navigating to Walmart. Gotta make a quick stop this morning for some dog food. I guess you gave them the rest of what we had packed.
Yes.
And where we're going, the Walmarts are gonna be few and far in between, so we thought we might ought to
stock up.
Yeah. And I'm seeing downtown Salt Lake City now. See the state capitol building. Hopefully I'll get a better angle of it here in a minute. Kind of sits up on a hill. This is what I was talking about. This is what we usually use as a dash mount, but because it sets up so high, the windshield's right there, my cameras won't fit on it. So it's too close to the windshield, cannot even use this trip, but I don't go down easy because I have found the most scientifically advanced, cutting edge new technology to put my camera on the dashboard. Non-slip mouse pad, and for cushion, kitchen hand towel. I believe that's going to work, folks. Alright, so we're on Interstate 15 North out of Salt Lake City. We are probably about 30 or 40 miles north of the city now, heading up towards the state of Idaho. We were briefly in Idaho last year when we stayed at West Yellowstone, Montana for the night. We drove the 9 miles over to the Idaho state line. Their sign had thousands and thousands of stickers and graffiti, a lot of graffiti on it, so much you could not tell what state it was. When we went back to Montana, we just kind of walked across the border to say we'd been there. We're going to be seeing a lot more of Idaho today. turn back around to go back into Montana, they had their sign about 40 feet off the ground, so nobody could do that. So they were smart.
Yeah.
But it's a shame you have to do that. But anyway, we're riding along. This is just absolutely beautiful scenery right here. I hope y'all like my scientific high-tech dash mount here, which is a non-stick or a non-slip mouse pad and a kitchen towel. I think it's doing a pretty good job.
It looks like it.
We probably could have done. What'd you pay for that dash mount?
I don't even remember. It's been a while since I got probably $40.
Yeah, and I don't even have $10 in this solution. It's working just as good. So. There's something about the Idaho sign. People want to put stuff all over it.
Tell me when you think's a good place to stop.
Right here. So we're here at a rest area. I've never seen a rest area before with an observation deck, so I have to check that out. So they tell you some of the flowers and some of the animals that you can see in the area here. Now we used to see those pronghorns down in northern New Mexico. They're very fast running animals. So let's walk up here to the top and check this out. So this is our first time actually driving in the state of Idaho. Again, last year we did drive out to the state line, crossed it and turned around. That was basically it. We're getting a little bit out of the mountainous areas, although out in the distance I'm seeing a peak with some snow on it. This is the Blackfoot rest area at milepost 101. I didn't realize we'd come 101 miles into Idaho already. But down here's where we are. And we are headed up to Rexburg and then down up to the Tetons. In fact, there are the Tetons. That's the Idaho view of them. On the back side, that's Grand Teton right there in the middle. We'll be seeing that from the other side later. Okay, we just left Rexburg, Idaho, and we're looking back towards Wyoming now. And I don't know if the camera is picking this up. I hope so, but we can see the Grand Tetons, which are in Wyoming, completely in Wyoming. And we're looking right at them, and they're out there in the distance. I can see Grand Teton and a lot of the range right there. But we're in Idaho, so I did not know you could see them that good from Idaho, but evidently you have some nice open views of the backside of them. We were on the other side of those last year, and we're going to be there in a little bit, so stay tuned. So Idaho is known for potatoes, and we passed several potato fields, but they got a lot of this stuff growing out here that I'm not sure what it is. It's very green through here.
Very green. It's grassy looking. Some have little purple flowers on the grass.
Yeah, so we've seen several potato fields and don't know what we got right here. But kind of pretty and scenic through here. We're headed over towards the Tetons, which are in Wyoming, of course, like we just said. But seeing a lot of watering going on. I don't know if it's just because they're having a dry spell or if they just don't get much rain. I don't know which it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
But potatoes are very well known to grow here in Idaho. It is the #1 potato producing state. Passed a little truck on the side of the road earlier and it said he had reds, golds, and russets. Those are the 3 I have in my garden at home, so we didn't stop, but I'm sure they're good anyway.
We passed the potato museum.
Yeah, they got a potato museum. Unfortunately, we just didn't have time to take it in. We are kind of rushed today, not so much tomorrow. Shaughnessy has a cousin in Montana that we're going to be visiting, so we're going to see them tomorrow, then on to our new national park that we've never been to before.
I'm excited.
I am too, but once again, just continue to see the Tetons rising up out there in the distance.
Oh, there's potatoes right over here.
Oh yeah, right here's a potato field.
Pretty house. I think I'd have it facing that way though.
Yeah, facing it towards the Tetons.
Yeah.
Not much to see back that way.
Unless their back porch sits where you
The
see.
Tetons are really coming into view, folks. This is, man, what a view. Teton Valley in eastern Idaho, and there's about as good a view of the Tetons from this side as there is from the Wyoming side.
Yeah, it's
maybe
very
not
pretty.
quite as good, but I'll tell you what, this is a fun little drive this morning. And the real sharp, jagged high one there, that is Grand Teton. And that was, trying to remember from last year, was it 13,775, something like that. Okay, well, we just saw something that I don't recall ever seeing before. Have you?
No, I haven't.
Okay, we just came through a town, Driggs, Idaho. And the entire town, from the time you get in the city limits to the time you get out, and we just got out, the road is dirt. Through town, I mean Main Street. Dirt
Very
road.
dusty.
Very dusty. And the only thing we can theorize is paved. When you get to town, it's paved as you leave town. We just got back on the paved. We're going to have to wash the car. The only thing we can theorize why they did that is to make you drive slow, because it works.
Yeah, because they even have a warning as you get into town about, not responsible for windshield damage, because there's like little rocks.
Basically, they want you to drive about 20, 25 miles an hour and stay way back from the vehicle in front of you so you don't get a rock kicked back on your vehicle.
Yeah.
And of course, we're driving a rental, so that's the last thing we want. That was interesting. Cute little town. I mean, I would like to have stayed there a night or two. We actually looked at that until we decided to go on to the destination we are going to be in tonight. We actually looked at Driggs. Not a lot there, but a lot of pretty little motels and diners and beautiful view of the Tetons. But that was just interesting. The entire main street through town was gravel.
Yeah, it was.
So very interesting. Okay, we're getting ready to conclude our drive through Idaho. We're getting ready to cross some kind of pass here on Highway 22 into Wyoming. Actually, there's the Wyoming sign as I say it. Did not realize we were that close, but we are now leaving Idaho and going into Wyoming. So I guess we will go ahead and close this video out. And the next portion of the video you see, we will be entering Jackson, Wyoming. We were there last year, riding through the Tetons. We're just riding through this time.
Welcome to Wyoming.
Thank you. We're going somewhere else tonight, but we're going to pass through the Tetons once again. So thank you for watching this little drive through Idaho. We hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, like and subscribe. All right, have a great day.